Went to the wrong side to catch you.
You loser. This morning, I went to the welding supply store, got some expanded metal, which that's what this is expanded metal, and it's really interesting how it's made. You would think that that's like machined, but they actually take this die roller over sheet metal, and it puts these little tiny like slits in it, okay, that you can barely even see. And this machine grabs both sides and it goes, stretches it into that, it expands it. That's why it's called expanded metal. Okay, Tractor Supply. These are some of the things that we'll be using. This, if you've never seen a welder's hat, I felt like the flowers was probably a good way to go. Some people just wear them. It's kind of tall on the top, but
it's very tall.
It's okay because it's very tall on top. Because what happens is you'll be welding and sparks are flying, and you want to not get those sparks in your hair. So they make these little welder's hats. But then, you know.
It kind of seems like any hat would work.
Well, it would. On the flip side, though, like, say you have this. Well, it's thick right there. You know, you got the clasp, or you've got this, where this forehead piece would be over that, right? So then it's just like digging into your head, or you have a trucker hat and the sparks just go through there. Or it's gonna ruin your hat anyways. So why not just get a flower hat? It needs to be broken in.
Anyway,
like this. First, we've got the trailer, okay? And that's the tongue, okay? And all the expanded metal, there's your tires. So what we're gonna do is we're going to build a frame that's about the same size as the trailer there, and it's gonna have a finer version of expanded metal across it. There'll be a couple supports laid across here. Well, then this is going to go on top of that, but we're gonna actually have little arms that basically hold it, okay? So this piece will be here, and on these arms will be these springs, right? So that's what's gonna go down. So we're gonna go here to here, here to here, here to here. And then there's gonna be, I've ordered on Amazon these little shakers that run on electricity. You plug them in, and they're gonna be welded or bolted to the bottom of this. And so you plug them in and just, and it's gonna shake it all down. So what I'm also going to do is with those, I've got some material on the bed of the truck right here that I need to show you. So I'm gonna take this and we're gonna cut this into some pieces, and it's gonna go right here. But I've got some like 2x4 steel that's channel tubing, and this is gonna slide into it. So we'll be able to take, like with a forklift or something, piece of equipment, lift the shaker off of this, set it down, and then when we build the bowling ball cannon, it has those same legs. We can lift it up, bring it over, and set it down. So we can use the same trailer for both items. Let's get to it. All right. I got my safety glasses. I'm really pumped on this, actually.
you look like a completely different person. Long sleeve shirt, pearl snaps,
Grinder,
glasses.
who rings me? Let's see about using one of these clamps here. Actually, I don't need all that. I'm just gonna wing it.
Back to winging it.
Back to winging. So, I was gonna say this is not an ad, but since Powerbuilt gave it to me, it kind of makes it a little more of an ad. And since I do work with them, they sent me this welder. Cool about this is a really like cool little recreational wire feed welder. It uses a wire that has a flux core on it, so you don't have to have gas, argon, or anything. You just plug it into the wall and really you're good to go. So I've only done a little bit, I welded this little deal together just to kind of try it out, and I really like it so far. This is gonna be the ultimate test for sure. Thing to always do is to dip the tip in nozzle gel. It kind of helps keep it from sticking to itself. Just makes everything last longer. Welder up! Instead of welder up Las Vegas, it's welder up Morgan Mill. I should level the trailer so that I can use a level. It'll actually change everything. Cool plug from Powerbuilt Tools. In this scenario, it's not completely necessary, but this low profile jack is awesome for getting under places that need a low profile jack. All right, Bjorn, you look at this level and you tell me when we're level.
Almost perfect.
A little bit more.
I think so.
Looks good to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Turn up the heat. We're gonna go wire speed up, voltage, max cackle. Feel the burn, baby. Going so well. I'm gonna turn the voltage back down a little bit. Wait a minute. The whole panel went out, but there's not a breaker that's tripped. Dion, why do these things have to happen to me? I have to go up to the shop and actually use the bandsaw. I'd rather not, if possible, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and just give this a shot. Yeah, things are going really well today. I don't want to jinx it. Now I need to cut this about this same length. Be a little bit shorter if it needs to be. So now I'm going to run this in here. I didn't wear my hearing protection on that round, and I should have.
That one was louder than the first one.
It was to me also. So now this is going to go here. So what's going to happen is this little piece is going to keep this from sliding down in here too far. So basically, I'll let that go to about right there. That's going to go about right there. Okay. especially since this is going to be like having so much vibration and everything, it's probably just going to be best to have clean welds, make everything as strong and resilient as possible. You know what I mean? Swap back to your favorite hat. It doesn't fit. No, it does.
It looks like a gardening hat.
What have I done with my gloves? Not those. Are those the ones that I bought today? What have I been wearing to weld in?
Garden glove.
I've been wearing those mechanics gloves to weld.
Yeah,
Really?
I think.
I think you're right, because I don't remember putting... So, in all honesty, like, it's really good. So, I burned through right there on the end just a little bit. For a welder that plugs literally into the wall, I couldn't be happier with it. So, I'm gonna weld the other side here, but this is really like how this is gonna go. Just like that. So, I'll have 4 of them, right? And like I said, then the basket, the shaker top basket, will basically hang right here in the middle by some springs, and then whenever I want to take it off, I can just lift the whole thing out, set it down, and then when I want to put the bowling ball cannon on here whenever we build it, just set it back on. Then you have one trailer for 2 amazing things.
So Alex is talking to the pool guy, and I was sitting in that chair right there, and the power went out. So I'm not sure if it was a breaker or if it had something to do with the welder. I wasn't running anything, but we have no power now. So stay tuned.
All of it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. For no reason?
No, I was just sitting in the chair.
And it just went.
I didn't even hear a breaker, though.
Really?
But I checked this breaker over here, and the air compressor one was flipped.
No, that one stays off. That's wild, man.
So
I wonder if I have power in the house. Oh, you know what? We lost power everywhere because the pool guy was talking and the waterfalls were going, and it was kind of hard to hear him, and then all of a sudden they just quit. So we don't have power in the house either. Meters are off. Shop. Still no lights.
I mean, you can't really tell. You'd know better than me. Probably not.
It doesn't look like it.
No.
Oh yeah, look. Nothing. No power is running. I want to see if they have power up at the shop. I wasn't welding at that exact moment that it went out. So, but it would have just tripped a breaker if anything. It tripped it once already.
Yeah, no, it would have just got one breaker. I don't think it did.
Yeah, but it's literally all of it. My meter isn't even registering. It has no power to the meter.
You probably need to look up there on the pole. You know, you can see those, I'll say in a minute, those fuses. They look, they're like, just an arm. And if they're throwed, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking. I'll take you a picture of what fuses look like and text it to you.
On the breaker box?
No, on the pole.
Oh,
On the pole.
okay.
It's got, they're,
It's hard to get stuff done without electricity. I guarantee you they had to move a power
Look,
line.
they're gonna hit that line right there.
Oh yeah. Sure enough. Well, I think we found the culprit. Our house is in the middle of the street. Expended metal. I ain't got no electricity. This is 4x8 feet. That's perfect. I'm gonna just make it
The same?
that, yeah. Can you hand me the speed square there, Mr. Dion? Speed square and that soapstone. Saw you miss it.
It's hard to see.
Oh, it's not 8 feet long, bro. That's okay. Like magic, we have power again. So I'm gonna put my Wrangler shirt back on. Get to Wrangler. Metal Wrangler, dude.
Great merch idea.
Metal Wrangler.
Yeah.
Hashtag Metal Wrangler. Brother.
Like a guy. Did you already have this trailer or did you buy it?
Actually, I bought it yesterday. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. $400, and it seemed pretty perfect. You know, like I like the height. It already has the big expanded metal. It's kind of cool on the front, right? And it's like the perfect size. So I thought I'll have that. My first question was, it was 49 miles away, which was close enough. My first question was, are the tires good enough to pull it back to where I live? And he knew where I lived, or where I was from, or where I was going at least. And he's like, oh! And I heard him ask somebody in the background, hey, Ted, you think them tires are good enough to make it back to Stephenville? Yeah, I think so. I mean, the trailer's super lightweight. There's no heat in the road. Yeah, I think so. Bring a trailer if I need to bring a trailer to put the trailer on the trailer, because I don't want to like be in tire trouble on the way home. And so I go to pick it up, and the guy that I was buying it from wasn't home, so he sent another guy there to meet me. And I go meet this guy, and he's like, yeah, it's over back. He walks up and said, well, I didn't know it, but that tire's kind of low. Cool. The gas station, put air in it, look across to that tire, and it has a chunk this big that has been peeled up with wires all dangling, like just messed up teeth, just rolled out, and you could see like the innards of the tire. And I'm thinking, there is no way that this is going to make it home. I had to go to a tire store and purchase 2 tires. Luckily, they had 2 used tires that I got for $100 total, $30 to mount them. So $130, $400 trailer, $530, I guess. Whatever, but whatever. We're here.
Not an ad.
Not
Unless
an
they
ad.
want it to be an ad.
Could be an ad. I'd be glad for an ad. Watch the power come back on right as soon as we leave. Reach over it.
Is the gauge sensor a weight thing?
Yeah, pressure. Hit the brake. It's okay. I can't hear out of my left ear. My dad is what you would call a hoarder. And often it drives me insane. But sometimes it's not that bad. I don't like about it is like literally my whole life I have, well, one of the good things I've acquired the ability to be able to move any size piece of equipment or machinery with any other type of piece of equipment or machinery. However, it's stuff like this that I've moved dozens and dozens of times throughout my life, and it's like one time we'll like think ahead and we're gonna like band it all together and make it nice and neat, but after it gets moved like 3 times, eventually the banding breaks, then it all comes ripping apart, and then it like then you got to pick it all up. And so the majority of my life I've just been picking all of this stuff up, but today I'm thankful because, well, we're getting supplies. I think this is what I want to use.
And cut it in half.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it to the saw, but I think this will be,
Can't use the one at home.
yeah,
Not
it's
enough
just,
space.
well, yeah, that, and it's just so cumbersome to get home, you know.
Yeah, that
this
would
is a
be
20-foot
tough.
piece,
The
so if I'm
mini
gonna have to
truck's
take
like
it
4
inside
feet.
to the saw anyways, I might as well just go ahead and cut it to what I want it to be, right?
Yeah.
This is, we're gonna call this, just guesstimate 20 foot long. I need 8 and 8 is 16, and 4, probably 1 piece. But then I gotta put the crossbars in it, so I need 2 pieces of it. Choop, choop. This is gonna be fun to put on the truck. Teach you a little something about tying things down. How to half hitch something is you go around it like that. Boom. Now it's pulling both directions. It's choking it, right? So now it can't really slide in any direction. What you do need is maybe a hand holding it about right there. Can you hold that? Okay, got it. Pull this back down. Okay, yep. Hold. Half hitch.
Half hitch.
Half hitch. Alright, now that we've finished up all of these guys and got these stake pockets welded on the trailer, we're done welding directly on the trailer at this point, and now I'm going to take that metal that we just cut up at the shop and build out the framework and then lay the expanded metal across the top of it. And hopefully by the end of the day today, all we're waiting on is just the actual shakers that will be attached to the shaker basket. But Amazon, so maybe tomorrow. Ow! Okay, let's just do that. Yeah, here, turn, just come around. Yeah, and set it right there on the end, like that, yeah. Back up. Not mean.
Not mean, son.
Grind that so it doesn't cut somebody. I was kind of thinking about putting, like, welding, like, some little bar stools, right, that, like, pop out and you're just, like, is finding this really thin expanded metal. I was expecting to have to order it. Nope! You got it in stock! It's this place called Riggs Machine and Welding in Stephenville, and it's really run by just this group of like little old ladies. And seriously, they know everything about metalworking, trust me. Creations
I think it's gonna work so well, to be honest. I'm feeling very optimistic.
Me too. This looks really good, actually. For not really knowing what I'm doing at all, it's kind of legit. It's kind of legit. Just have to figure out how to engineer these springs onto it, because it needs to be suspended by these springs, and that way when you dump the dirt on it, it kind of compresses these springs some, and it helps it with the vibration process. All vibration machines are going to be mounted directly to the screen. These will also kind of absorb some of the vibration throughout the trailer, and so that it doesn't just vibrate everything literally to death, and it kind of stays restricted to just the screen. And which makes more sense, just concentrate the vibration on what we're trying to concentrate it on. Simple enough, except now we just have to figure it out. Let me go ahead and weld these eyelets on here, because that's pretty quick. Crazy.
How exciting.
Bro. Dude. Excited level 1000. Dun, dun, dun. To length, that way we can just come back and just weld our pieces here instead of trying to cut chain also, which we need approximately 9 inches of chain. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Oh, I think less than
36. That. Well, one length is going to be, oh yeah, you're right, because it's going to be
it needs to
dangling.
hang. Yeah. So you probably only need 4.
Oh, Dion, since we have all of these.
Do we have enough, you think?
Oh yeah, because there's 2 packages. So there's how many in a box? 6?
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Each one can get 3. So we'll do.
How many do you have in your hand? 3?
Yeah, I have 3 right
Oh
here.
yeah. Okay, sorry.
But here's what,
Math wasn't mathing for me.
here's this one is actually, bro, Dion. Ugh. How have so many things worked so well today? This is not normal. This is not normal. So I'm gonna weld that right there, and we're just gonna lift it up. Boom.
That's right.
I can get more weld on it if I do it sideways.
That's what I was gonna say. You probably
Probably.
could get more weld on it, but what I think about is when it's shaking, those are gonna slide.
But
The table's gonna slide to one or the other end.
that's what I was thinking also. However, it won't really matter because it's gonna stay flat. It's not gonna like think.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not that big. It can only tilt so far.
I just think we're not gonna get enough surface weld here.
Yeah, I don't
and
think it
end
will
up
be
pulling
sturdy
through.
enough.
All right. Decision decided. The moment of the truth. Dude,
It even like it's shaking well.
and the shakers will go on the bottom. I kind of want to go try it with just like even like a shovel and throw some dirt up here and just kind of shove it in. We should do it.
Hook her up.
Why would we not? Let's give this a test run. Let's get a snack real quick 'cause I'm really hungry. And then let's go throw some dirt on it and see what happens. I'm so happy. The other day that I actually thought there's no way it's gonna make it through this, and it didn't even have to think about it.
We've lost just about all of our cargo.
Yeah, between the going down the hill and then back up it, that did it in. Electric. I'm gonna have to get something to run on. I have to bring a generator. Definitely is like doing a good job because that's pretty cool looking. What clean sand, you know? Look at it. I definitely think we're on to something here, and the shakers are supposed to be here tomorrow, and as soon as they come in, we're going right on that. And we're going back to where we know that the arrowheads are. This was a good proof of concept. So we're gonna make this go really fast where you don't have to wait. And like 24 hours later, go. Whoa, that was fast. Okay, so we got the shakers in. Amazon just dropped them off. And these things are really, really nice. However, there's no plugs. So there's going to be a little bit more work to get these things going. Not a huge deal, but as I'm not a welder, I'm especially not an electrician, but we're gonna go to Tractor Supply here in a minute, get the supplies to wire all of this up. But in the meantime, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and mount these guys. What I could do to do this like totally legit is like weld out another bit of a frame on the bottom where I could utilize all 4 bolt holes, but in terms of laziness and wanting to get this going sooner than later, I think I'm gonna just utilize 2 here and then the 1 here, 1 on this corner, 1 on that corner, and I think that'll be good enough. I'm not really down with working backwards in many cases, so hopefully this doesn't turn into that, but that's the plan for now. I wonder if it just ironically went through the waffle on every single...
The perfect opening?
Yeah, which typically my luck does not allow for things like that. However, the last couple of days, things have gone really well.
What are you going to attach the shaker to the frame / table with?
Oh, bolts. I've got these little like 1/4" bolts here, grade 8, you know. The same class I graduated. No, it didn't work out as good as we thought. However, it's not that bad. It's just not.
What happened?
Well, it's just a piece of the expanded metal is like
In the way.
kind of in the way. Not a big deal though. But yeah, so I'm just gonna stick this through here. I'll stick this right there like that. Put a washer on it, or in Texas, a washer. The electrical part of this is what's probably going to be my biggest challenge. To the people that are watching, they're probably like, oh, that's no big deal, just get a flux capacitor. There's two things, like, I know a decent amount about a lot of things. Two things that I never really learned much about though are electricity and air conditioning.
Over here?
I've lost my nuts. There they are. A lot of people say those are two really simple things, but not really knowing anything about either of them kind of makes it not as simple. Let me go grab some of my power built tools and zip these down.
Are you sponsored by Powerbuilt?
Yeah, I mean, we're friends. You could say we're friends with benefits.
Somebody's here.
A guy from Weatherford, actually, and he's dropping off. I bought a mini bike.
You bought a mini bike?
Yeah, I got a mini bike. So I have all these other mini things: mini boat, mini truck, mini trailer. I thought it'd be cool to put a mini bike in the back of the mini truck. It's like a 1970 model mini bike.
Yeah, it's totally locked up, but it's got a cool wheel on that. So look at the rear wheel on that one. That's
Oh yeah,
pretty rad bag. Oh yeah. Manual practice.
Yeah, there you go. Check this thing out.
Yeah, we just ride it down the gate. You can't hurt it. It's definitely solid. You're welcome to rip it. Off the cliff. Yeah, you got it. Oh yeah, it does got a kill switch. That's about all I really have done to it. Someone else
so
took a converter.
Right. So, added to the mini collection. This thing's pretty sick. $450. I gave him an extra $50 to deliver it, so that, I mean, it was an hour away. So, I am dying of thirst. Oh look, this is out here from yesterday. Not an ad.
Could be an ad.
So I'm thinking I'm just gonna give this a little zipper-do tie here, just to keep that from getting yanked on. And I'm just gonna zip tie this up in here. Feel like that's fine. Do tie here. And the real question is, how am I going to tie both of these? Actually, what I should do is just tie them both together and then one wire off, because I've got that variable speed controller, and it only has one plug on it. What I was going to do is get like a double plug and then plug both of these into that, but really I should just wire both of these together. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wire both of these together into one wire and then one plug. Okay, this is gonna be way easier than I
Here's a thing that I just thought of is, how are you going to connect the two?
Connect the two what?
These two.
Oh, I have wire.
Oh, because I was going to say that's not going to reach.
No, it doesn't have to. Here I'm gonna do the same thing, just so that this wire doesn't really get yanked on. Right, so it kind of gets pulled there instead. Okay, this also is not an ad because you can't buy it, but I've got this disassembled unit here from Powerbuilt Tools that I bought these car horns on Amazon and I installed here. Kind of got some cobwebs, but one thing about Mr. Cameraman Dion is he is very, very easily startled. And I'm not gonna crack this right now, but That's all you get. But when he walks through this door in just a second, he's going to have a fright.
Mostly recording me.
Oh.
You're not in it. I knew it was. And I have a pain in my neck. I need a neck brace.
Anyways, back to the cord.
Hold on. When you did that to me, I pressed a button that is making my stuff turn blue.
That was intoxicatingly loud to the eardrums.
I don't know if the term that I would use is intoxicating, but...
Okay, so I wonder if this will work. This is a charger that I don't know what it goes to, but the only problem is, like, it probably will work because you really only need a power and a ground, right? But like an extension cord, which is really what I wanted, has 3, right? Like, I think with 2 grounds. But I need something like, okay, this is an actual extension cord. Should I just cut this? Here's the thing. Do I want to waste this extension cord? No. Do I want to drive 20 minutes into town to get a cord? Also no. And in fact, you know what? I could just cut it here and really utilize the majority of it anyways. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna use this, and then it's not like we're wasting the whole thing for just a connector. We actually have a long pigtail for this. We're doing it.
Oh no.
So what I'm gonna do here, I already cut these wires to length. I'll show you a little trick that I learned in Nam. Too young for that, but you might enjoy it. Just kind of dresses things up. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna unhook the ground off my welder. Kind of have a mess going here, huh? But that's okay. Then we're gonna clamp this. Now, what could we be doing clamping wires, you say? Well, let me show you. I'm gonna take these wires, I'm gonna pull them out here, I'm gonna put the wires in here like it's a drill bit. Okay, now, give me a little space here. I'm gonna spin them up. Look at this nice little pigtail. Pretty sweet, huh?
Mm-hmm. Where'd you learn how to do that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Craigslist. I'm just gonna put this little zip tie on here just to keep it from unwinding. Might be necessary, might not, I don't know. Speaking of necessary and what I do and don't know about electricity, I don't know if this is a thick enough wire to run all of this, right? Like, people talk about electricity being like water. Is this a big enough pipe to flow the amount of electricity that I need to run both of these machines here? I don't know. Again, I'm not an electrician. What I do know is this is the only wire that I happen to have here. So I was actually lucky for the sole fact that it's red and black. This is the extent of my wiring connectors. Okay, so probably gonna have to use these yellow ones since I'm gonna be shoving 4 in on that side. If I really wanted to get legit and custom, I could put some shrink wrap on it. We'll see. And not being an electrician, I spun 2 wires together after I've spoke this whole time about 3 wires.
So what are you going to do?
I have to put another wire on it.
Unspin them and respin them?
No, I think I'm just going to spin another one on the outside of it.
With those 2?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think that I don't have enough experience in any of this to really be giving an accurate assessment. However, I'm sure that it's probably going to work. So you got more wire?
Yeah.
Just in your stash of wire?
Wire stash. How silly of me, huh? Like, ooh, watch my trick. Watch my trick where I spin these wires together. Like I'm so smart.
You were too worried about your trick.
Too worried about my trick, dude. However, that seemed to work okay.
Now you've got 3.
Thrice.
Thrice wires.
This seems to be going okay. I mean, what do you feel, Dion? Do you think this is going okay?
I mean, from my perspective, it looks great. Now, do I have a ton of expertise in this field?
I don't have a ton of expertise in this field.
I mean, I might have a little bit, but it looks great. I think it's going to work if it follows the trend of everything else we've been doing on this here trailer.
Yeah, we have been really lucky. All right. Potentially. Actually, that's what I need. Thank you.
Be careful, it's sharp.
It is that. So if I stick this, I'm so nervous about all of this. It's kind of 50-50, I feel,
50-50 what?
that this is gonna work or not.
Oh. Back.
Time. Bam! Wait. Oh.
Now try it.
I really feel like it's still not gonna work, but I at least have a little bit of surprising hope just from that. Yes. And turn it on.
Hey.
I've just sent this to Cassie. I'm so pumped. Like, it's actually done. Like, it's complete. And it's complete just in time that we don't have enough time to go use it because we have to go get the tractor. But we can go get the tractor and then let's just go get the tractor, come back, unload the tractor. I can plow a little section and then we can sift if you want. Oh, you have to watch Survivor.
I love Survivor. I wish you weren't leaving. On the jack, eh?
Whoopsie. We're there. The feeling of completion. A 2x4 tubing is like a stake holder, and that way I can set the grate off of it and still use the trailer. Because, like, I know I'm super innovative. I know you're proud.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not a welder or fabricator. So.